There's been a few things that I've been doing to break my procrastination habit. If you're anything like me, the hardest part about writing isn't the actual writing, it's sitting down to write. There could be 100 million reasons that you can come up with. Your brain comes up with that, okay, now I'm a bit too tired to write, so I don't want to write. What do I do? Why do I procrastinate so much? And how do I stop procrastinating? Well, I can't really answer the why question. I think my psychologist is better prepared to answer that. But the how I stop procrastinating, I have been, experimenting with it. Some things work, some things don't. I have been going through the same things that you have been, watching podcasts and audiobooks and reading books on motivation, how to work, how to just get the damn words on the paper. I'd like to share with you guys what works with me. It might not work for you, but if it works for some people, then that's okay. One thing I have noticed about myself that I have a cycle. If I am in the flow of doing good work, I can keep on doing the good work. It's called deep work. I think you really have to get into the timescape, the flow of things, and you can do some concentrated work for 60 minutes, for 90 minutes, and you're very productive. Now, this works on the opposite way too. Suppose I wake up in the morning and I start scrolling on the phone, and I am deep scrolling on the phone. I feel like for me, it's like the opposite of deep work. It's highly distracted, time-consuming, brain-rotting time. And before I know it, maybe an hour would have passed. And the worst thing I can do in the morning is to go grab my phone and then scrolling. So I break that cycle. How do I break it? I don't keep my phone beside the bed at all. If I have an alarm or if I don't have an alarm, doesn't matter. I have it on a table on the other side of the room. If I was a bit more affluent, then I would have had a multiple room apartment, but I'm living in a shared apartment, so I only have one room. So unfortunately, the phone can only be about 10 meters away from me. But I still have to get up to stop the alarm, if there is an alarm. If there is not, then I just get up, I go brush my teeth. Scrolling in the morning drains your motivation, drains your brain. Like if I'm doing some cognitively hard task or even physically hard task like weightlifting, then I feel like for the rest of the day, my motivation just saps away. So what I try to do is I put my writing time before any cognitively draining task, whether that is my work for the day. For example, I'm after works now at the office. I have reserved this room for my recording process. In the morning I wrote, then I came to the office, I did my office work, and after office hours, now I'm shooting this video. With this, it's a bit easier. It is also a creative task. I have to think about what I say, but it's nothing like the writing process. I don't know, like maybe this is just me, maybe a lot of other people don't go through this process, but I'm just making this video for those people who do. Sitting down, keyboard open, scrivener open, and writing. It feels like, those stories our grandparents and parents used to tell us, like, hey, when I was your age, I would cross the mountains, swim over the river. I would fight through crocodiles in the tropical rainforest to go to school and do the same thing coming back. 20 miles. That feels to me the distance between, me going about my day and sitting down to write. And if I start watching video game streams or a movie, or I'm rewatching Kim Possible right now, don't ask why, it drains my cognitive juices. And if I'm in the cycle of watching and rewatching anime, cartoon, movies, whatever, I just don't have enough motivation to write at the end of the day. Break that cycle. Start off with the most cognitively difficult task in the morning. Research has shown that people have limited amount of willpower. So use your willpower up wisely. Think of it like MP bar or a stamina bar you have. As you go through the day, your MP decreases. So while you still have MP, you should write. This gamification aspect of procrastination breaking leads me to my second technique that I use. I block out some times. Each of these squares mean 30 minutes. After I have done 30 minutes of writing, well, usually I write for 1 hour at a time, but after I have done that, I tick the box. Have any of you played League of Legends? I used to play it a lot. I played it for almost 7 years. I don't play it now. I haven't played for the last almost 3 years, 2.5 years. But every time I heard the CSing sound, like after you kill a small enemy, a minion, you get some coins if you kill it. Like you're the one to hit the last hit. And there's a sound effect of it, like ka-ching. And that does something to my brain, like dopamine, like it fixes, you know? Well, it used to do it. I think this does the same thing. The time blocking aspect of making schedules is way less stressful for me than actually having set amounts of time where I write. I mentioned that write in the morning. I don't write first thing in the morning. I call my dad usually. Sometimes I go out for a walk. I don't try to do anything else cognitively draining. I try to keep my writing as the first thing that I do that is cognitively draining. But with this kind of time blocking, rather than having a fixed period of time, I know that, okay, every day I'm going to write for 2 30-minute blocks or 1 hour blocks, and usually they're side by side for me. And after that, I check mark it, and this is actually a very good metric to keep on track how much writing you have gotten done. If you tell yourself that you're going to write 10,000 words per day, or 2,000 words, or even 500 words, for some reason for me, having that kind of limit doesn't work. But if I block it out as a time, okay, for half an hour, I will open my computer Scrivener and I will try to write. I'll write 5 words, 10 words, 50 words. Usually I'm writing way more. I think my personal record when I join sprints with my friends is kind of like 3,000 words per hour, but on average, I do 1,800 words per hour. I don't do any diction or dictation. I don't do dictating, but this works. This is something controllable, having this kind of goals. My goal for the next week is to write for not 7 hours. I actually make it even more easier for myself. I make it 3.5 hours. So every day, at least, I write for 30 minutes. But sitting down to write every day, even though that's the most recommended thing, that's pretty hard, isn't it? So this is where my next trick comes in. I think of my writing blocks or periods not as a daily thing, but as a weekly thing. So my weekly goal is to write, the main goal is to write 3.5 hours. However, there's a sub-goal, and this is where the word count comes in. I try to write, 2,000 words per day would be 14,000, but I half it again, so that's 7,000 words. And for my web novel, that's 3 chapters and a bit more, which is more than enough at the pace that I'm writing. My readers kind of like that kind of pace too. They would like 5 chapters a week, 7 chapters even more, 14 chapters, they would like throw a party. I just can't do it. I will get burned out. Another good thing about this is I can control. This is up to me. Whether I write or not, I can control. Whether I write for 30 minutes, 1 hour, I can control. Some people have goals that are very unrealistic. Within 1 year, I will get 10,000 readers. While my book launches, I will try to have 5,000 followers. If you know your writing skills, if you know the genre that you're writing in, the website that you're publishing in, approximate how much followers you might get. But is that in your control? You can try to do cliffhangers, you can write the best book you have written, but the reader has to be the one who clicks the follow button, right? The reader is the one who clicks support you on Patreon or buys your book. You cannot force them unless you have some mind control powers. I don't. That is a goal that I cannot control. This is a goal that I can control. So having these kinds of control level goals and then checking the boxes gives me a huge burst of motivation, like the CSing coin ka-ching sound in League of Legends. This kind of gamification for me works. There's another kind of gamification that works for some other people. It doesn't work for me, but I'll still share it. It's adding an element of uncertainty to your process. I have this coin. This is a yes-no coin that I bought. I tried it out with this. I would try to do something called intentional rewarding. So basically, it's setting a reward for myself after I do some hard work, like talking with friends, playing some board games, or watching a TV series, cooking some good food for me. This doesn't work with me. I thought, okay, how can I make it work for me? Add some uncertainty, because everyone has a gambler's mentality in certain aspects of their life. Okay, some people might not have, but this is a very mind-hacking algorithm kind of thing. Imagine TikTok or Instagram Reels. When you're scrolling, you might see like 2 or 3 really boring videos, 5 or 6 boring videos, and then suddenly one video is really good. And then the next videos after that will be boring, and then suddenly you get another good video. Doing some gymnastics here with our mind, but the hard work is being paid off by the good video, and the big companies take advantage of this thing and they put it in their algorithm. The world is coming to a bad place. But yeah, so I thought, okay, after doing a hard thing, would I be more inclined to appreciate the reward more if there was an uncertainty involved in it? So I did a coin toss, and then, okay, I got no. So I'm not giving myself the reward. That sucked. And I tried it like 1 or 2 days. It just didn't work for me. But I have watched a lot of YouTube videos online about procrastination, because I didn't want to procrastinate, and some forums, some books. And this gambler's mentality mindset, the gamification of intentional rewards, this seems to work really well for some people. If it works for you, then good. It doesn't work for me again. I talked about having goals. There is one thing that works really well for me, like really, really well. And this is like the final thing I'll be talking about. Imagining the good stuff that may happen in the future. In one video, I talked about why you should write. One of them was imagine the possibilities that could happen. Imagine, because of my writing skills, I get published. I signed up with a publisher, so I am getting published. And 8 years ago, that would have been an impossible dream, like Kim Possible dream. Okay, no, I'm rewatching Kim Possible. But wow. Oh my god, my weird Xianjia Chinese Eastern fantasy novel is going to get published on Kindle Unlimited, audiobook form too, with Royal Guard Publishing on Audible. Like, that is, a professional artist is gonna draw the cover. Like, holy shit. And I have been thinking, imagining, like daydreaming about this, and even since like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, this is the thing that have been giving me motivation. I'm an anxious person, you know, the attachment styles. I think my attachment style leads more towards anxious, but I'm trying to change that, you know, work on myself. We think about the bad things, you know, the bad things that can happen. I think human beings are predisposed to think of the negative more. So, hey, even if I start writing, no one is going to read my book. I'm going to waste so many hours. I could have put them to better use by studying or going to the gym. And yeah, those are good uses of time, but I don't know if something good or bad is going to happen, right? So what I try to do here is I try to think of the positives of what could happen. Close my eyes. In 5 years, I will have 20 books published on Amazon. I am earning a full-time living through writing. I like my academia job, but maybe I'll be doing a PhD or postdoctoral degree where I will have a lot of flexibility, and my productivity depends on myself, not on what my boss tells me to do. So I will have enough time to write, and the money is going to go towards really good places, like maybe a house, a car. I can proudly tell my relatives that, hey, look, I am actual author. Like, give my best friend a signed copy of my book. Those are the good hallucinations and daydreams. And rather than doing the bad things, thinking about what could be going right in 1 year, what could be going right in 2 years, I don't know. Like, it's like I'm hypnotizing myself. It's like I'm controlling my brain to give myself enough motivation not to procrastinate. And when I think of these good things, like, I know that I have the potential to do this. When I don't write, I feel like I'm letting myself down. As I said, I'm an anxious person. So this is like kind of, I don't know, gaslighting myself or emotionally manipulating myself into writing, but it works and I'm happy to do it. When an author writes a good book and I'm reading it, I'm really happy to let the author manipulate me throughout the whole journey to keep me immersed into the story. And in this case, this is basically storytelling, right? I'm creating a story for myself and I'm manipulating myself to live that story, to envision it in the present moment. And to betray myself not to write would be breaking my immersion. And I'm happy to say it has paid off. Case in point, I'm getting published. And maybe this can be you in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, even 5 years. I'm not saying these kinds of tricks, tips, brain manipulation tactics work every time. Some days I'm feeling just lazy. I don't want to write. I didn't write yesterday. I had a kettlebell class, jazz dancing, yoga, and then gym. Like I was physically very drained and I went out on a nice little walk in the night. So I just didn't have the mental capacity to write, so I didn't write. However, I have already completed my 3,500 word count of writing for this week. So I am feeling this feeling of freeness, and this comes back to my final point. And this is a bit more technical than the other ones. Envision yourself finishing your writing work before a certain time of the day or before a certain day of the week. When you have deadlines, you work way better. And when I have deadlines, I remember in university, especially during bachelor's, I would not study. I would just party. I would just have fun. I would just travel and go to different restaurants and play video games, League of Legends mostly, all day with my friends. And that was quite nice. But what do I do when the exams happen? Well, the 2 weeks before the exam, I would just cram and cram and cram. And I would be like 100 times more productive for those 2 weeks. And I would remember everything I learned for the one day. And after the exam, I would forget everything. Not a really good use of my time, but it was what it was, okay? You can use that mentality for your writing. Set a deadline for yourself. If you have a deadline, hey, I'm going to finish this book in 1 year. You'll probably do most of the writing in the last month. I'm going to finish this chapter in the next 2 days. That's what works. This works for me, by the way. I do it in combination with the time blocking and the weekly limit. So I'm going to write the next 3,500 words within the next week. I try to do the time blocking because this is the trick that lets me work throughout the week rather than keeping all the writing for the end of the week. So yeah, you take something from there, you take something from here, and then you combine it, and then you use what works. This works for me. And that's why I'm going to keep using this kind of strategies. For a lot of people, procrastination is more like a symptom. They want to write, but they just don't have a good enough reason to write. So why should you even write? If you want an answer to that question, if you want to listen to my answer, then watch the video that appears on the screen. I really go through my psychological, financial, philosophical process. I hope you guys will like it. If you like this video, give me a subscribe and thumbs up. I'll catch you in the next one.